Hello everyone, it's me, River from KOForce, here with another discussion video. This isn't any news per se, this is just something that's always been talked about in fighting games, or at least amongst the people I talk to. The concept of what exactly does it take for a character to be broken. Now, if you play any regular video game, being broken just basically means it's unbeatable. So in the fighting game community, it's those characters that just seem unbeatable because they have too many advantages. By advantages, this is what I think of when it comes to being broken for a fighting game. In respect to the game itself and its damage system and whatnot. For somebody to me to be broken would have to have, let's say, high damage, high easy damage, I should say too. Really simple bread and butter makes really high level of damage. A lot of moves, as in, like, you have a ton of moves to do everything against anyone. You have moves to stop them. What else would I have to say? Insane reach, and insane hit priority, and absolutely no recovery time is also something I need to bring up, because that's also serious what I think makes a character broken as well. Let's just go ahead and I'm going to list some examples here of some characters in their respective games that I find to be broken, just to give you an idea of what I think of a character being broken as is. Back in Street Fighter 4 Vanilla, I'm talking about Vanilla, not Arcade Edition and not Super. Vanilla. I would have to say Sagat has probably been a good example of one of the most broken characters in Street Fighter history. In this game, they tone him down to a good level in other installments. And I say he's broken because doing damage with him was so simple, and the amount of damage you could do with him is ridiculous. And he also, along with the high damage, had some of the highest health in the game. And I mean, there are characters like Abel and Zangief who had high health, but they had a little more limited options, and Abel's damage output wasn't that high unless you had a lot of meter. Yeah, Sagat, all you do is a bread and butter jump in with heavy punch into a tiger uppercut or whatever, and you had a ton of damage done. Now, another example in Street Fighter and Super Turbo, character who's broken. I'm not gonna go. I don't even need to bother explaining why Akuma's broken in Street Fighter 2 Turbo, because everybody who plays Turbo knows that, and he's any character who's basically tournament banned, you can automatically assume is way too good. There are a lot of boss characters like that in fighting games. But let's go ahead and talk about a character who is tournament allowed, but I find broken. That would be Balrog, or Bison if you're in Japan, or whatever. Boxer, let's just go with that term. Now, I say he's broken because mainly, not only does he have good damage output, but that's not the point. It's mainly his punches have so much reach and so much hit priority, a lot of his attacks, that going on a frontal assault against Balrog is probably the riskiest thing you can do in Super Turbo. He's got a lot of really powerful, really good juggles, but I mean, the main thing with him is his punches and all his attacks, most of them anyways, have just enough pushback to where recovery gives you enough time to go ahead and do something else, instead of your opponent being able to make a reversal or good wake up or whatever. And to me, that's just unfair, the way it is. Like, you can just get constantly punched at by Balrog and be forced to block the whole game, unless you can really read out what he's going to do. It's really tough to fight Balrog. And let's go ahead and throw in one more example. Well, two actually. I'm gonna go ahead and say Marvel 2's characters, which is basically half the roster is broken because of the amount of infinites and really ridiculous setups you can get with characters like Magneto and Sentinel. But that game's already broken. It's a completely different kind of thing, so I really can't use that as a legit example of broken to the point where it's unfair, because, well, you have like a bunch of characters who are like that are used in tournament level. So I'll go ahead and give one more example. Let's go to Mortal Kombat. We'll go to Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. One of the arguably most broken characters in that game is Cabal, because his combo ability is ridiculous and he can do a ton of damage with his tools he's got. And his dashing move, basically, if the opponent makes one bad call, Cabal's got you with that. You can jump, Cabal's gonna get you with that. It's really tough to fight Cabal. From a lot of wikis I've been to for sites that talk about playing MK3 have their own section on Cabal and how to fight Cabal. That says something about the character. If you want to list any more examples or anything, or explain what you find to be broken in the fighting game, go ahead and leave a comment if you feel like it. Now, while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and also give a little update saying, sorry I haven't got my camera yet, my HD video yet. I haven't got my camera charger because I had to clear up some finances, and I have to set up PayPal to order it. So hopefully everything is working out fine for me. And I've got a few more games I plan to review if I get them done on the computer or with a recording device on the camera. It doesn't matter. I'm hoping to give you guys some good stuff here in the future. Anyways, I'm Psycho Ripper from KOForce, and y'all have a good one.